if you're watching this, it's because you are interested in making one of these too. I am working on making a hula hoop cart for my class, school, for me to use, because carrying the hoops, kind of hard. So, combination of a couple different things from my local hardware store. These are 10 foot, and it's schedule 40, 3/4 inch, and I got a 5 foot as well, just because what I'm planning on doing. Got some caps, and I'll try to put all this in the description below if I can remember to do it. Some of it I ordered online. It's not here yet. I'll show you when it does. I got 4 tees and 4 caps, and then wheels for the bottom here, and that's what you'll see what I'm going to use those are for. My brother-in-law had some sitting around. He was going to use them for a chair, ended up not needing them, and he's like, here. I was like, cool. So that saved me a lot right there. All in all, I think it's going to cost me about $55. Might be a little bit more if you have to buy the wheels for yourself, but I'll show you what I'm going to do. And if you want to try to copy it, you can copy it. Hopefully it'll work, and we'll find out. First thing I'm going to work on is getting the wheels to make sure that this is going to work. So I'm going to start with the smaller hole, drill a hole in the middle here, and then I'm going to use the bigger bit, almost like, pilot hole. I don't want to crack this, so I'm going to go a little bit smaller so that my wheel can fit in. I'm going to put a washer on this side, then slide it in the cap, washer on top, and lock it down with the nut. All right, got my hole done, and I already got one assembled. So it was a little tricky because these are locking nuts. So I got my wrench, and I just kind of stood it upright because I don't have a ratchet. I do, but not here. It's in the RV. So I don't have my ratchet. I need to get a new one for the house. So I'm going to start on the base. All right. And this I cut at 31. I'm going to try 31. I think I probably could have gone away if I would have gone 30. Because when I add the size of my connectors, it's going to make it a little bit longer. Mine end up being too long, but we'll find out when I get there. So I figured how it's going to rest inside here, maybe have this opening. I'm going to put a T like this way so that this T here and a T here coming this way, and then the hula hoops will rest on the crossbars. And so I figured the space in between the crossbars, I'm going to have about 18 inches. So I'm going to go about halfway here and then figure out it's like 15 and a half, and then figure out how much to go one way and the other in order to make some more cuts so I can put the T pieces on. All right, so I took my 31 and I came in 7 inches on each side, and then I cut, and I think it's going to work out perfectly. Let's see if I can kind of demonstrate how that will look here without using my tripod. So then it's going to sit like that. Not too bad. I guess you could go out a little bit more if you want that to rest more inside, because there's pipes going to be coming this way. I'm going to come about 2 feet width. The good news is, if I get more hula hoops, all I would have to do would be to replace those side pieces to lengthen it out. Well, widen it out. When piecing those together, they weren't quite the same height. So a little pressure, and I got them to line up a little bit better. So now I'm going to cut this down to 2 foot, and then another 2 foot, so that I can put these 2 pieces in, and we'll go from there. Got my makeshift here until I get those corner pieces here, because those are ones I ordered online. So it sits in there pretty good. I like it. So I think that was a good measurement. Again, I went 31, and then I trimmed it down from there. I don't know. It was easier doing it that way. I'm curious to see how much room I'm going to have on this end when I add that top piece across here. I won't be able to tell that until I get all my pieces ready to go. So now I'm going to start building the top part of it. And I measured my length here. It's 33 and a half. So when I do the top, it's just going to be straight across. I'm not going to have any crossbars. So I'm going to go 33 and a half. Make a cut. I'm going to make 2 of those. And right now I'm on the fence right here on the corner if I want to run another 2 foot one here and here on the end. It seems pretty sturdy, so I might run up the store, grab a couple more tees, and try that out and see if it's not very sturdy, then I will go back to my original plan. Yep, that was the right size. The one in the middle is just not lined up right. Now as I come to finish off that top piece, I need two 2-foot size ones. So I may end up having to get into my third. This is my second pipe I'm using right now. So while I was at it, I ended up cutting the leg parts that are going to go in the corners to connect the top and bottom. Those are as well 2 feet, so 24 inches. And I believe what I am going to do, I've got a little bit of extra here and here. I've already started measuring down 3 inches. So I'm going to come down 3 inches, and those are going to be the little pieces I can put in the bottom corners. Then I'm going to attach the wheels with those caps onto those. So that way it'll sit up off the floor, you know. Yep, 3 inches. Might sit kind of high, but I'm not very tall, so it's not going to matter to me. But I bet I could have gotten away. If you wanted to make it so your cart isn't as tall, you can always make this a little bit shorter, maybe 2.5 inches, and then it'll sit a lot lower. I think it's tall too because the wheel is so big, you know. But I'm gonna go with it. If I don't like it, I can always take it out and cut it back down to 2 inches if I wanted. Well, I was curious, so I ran up the store and got the T connector there. So I'm gonna have to take this inside in order to get I don't want to put the wheels on the ground here. It's so dirty out here. So I'm gonna take it inside and kind of assemble it in there and see if that's good enough, or if I have to add that extra piece and wait for my other connectors to come in town. After judging with the hula hoop and everything, I think I'm gonna come down. There wasn't much. It was too close to the top, I think. So I'm gonna come down about 3 inches. I'm gonna take 3 inches off this. So these will actually be the legs set at 24. These legs now are going to be 21. I took it back apart after kind of piecing together with just a T on the end and leaving this open. I tried to see how sturdy it would be, and after talking to my brother-in-law, he brought up a good idea too. When I bring that T across, it'll prevent the wheels from turning when I have that top piece up here that I'm pushing around, you know. So a very valid point, and I think by adding that will definitely give me more stability in terms of the cart. Now the top may, like, when I move, push like that, but I don't want to add too many supports. I don't know until it's done, and we'll find out. It's time to get my project finished. My extra parts are now in. So these are ones I would suggest getting online, because in the store they were probably $2 or $3 more. I got these on Amazon. This is like a 3-way, I think it's called. So you're going to need to have 4 of those. Okay, that's going to be for the top. And then this is a 4-way, again, 3/4 inch diameter there. And so this is going to be at the bottom, because I have to, obviously, remember, attach my wheels to the bottom of this. All right, let's finish getting this thing together. All right, so I have that 4-way in the bottom corners, because remember, this is where my hula hoops are going to sit. And then now I just have to put that inside there, and then this one comes into here. So I gotta put the phone down to get this done. All right, well, it was a little bit tight, so I don't know if you want to go shorter on some of these pulls on the outside, but you know, I just kind of, it overhung about that much because I could only go so far, you know, into the side. So I just pulled this side out, slid it, put it in, then I flipped it up on its side like this, and then just kind of put a little elbow grease behind it, you know, push it down a little bit so they, you know, go in there a little bit tighter. So, but yeah, so far so good. You know what, actually it's probably a better choice I could have done is put this crossbar in first, then put it on. That probably would have been wiser. So my suggestion, don't attach these corners. Do this crossbar first and then attach it to your base. All right, got my bars coming up. Those are the ones that were 21 inches that I did trim down. You could kind of tell here, see how this is kind of kicking out a little bit here. So I think just because I just need to get maybe my rubber mallet when I'm done kind of getting everything pieced together and pound them in a little bit tighter. I am not going to, I'm going to try to do this without having anything glued, especially going across this way. So if I get more hula hoops, I can expand that out a little bit. But going this way, I'd probably be okay to glue these down if need be. But we're going to try it. I think it should hold itself. I mean, it's pretty tight fit and all that. It's time to take the 3-way and attach the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all these corners first. Boom, boom, boom. Then I'll put it on the bottom. So let's get this done. Voila! Done. Now, to make sure in hopes that it'll fit on top of this. So I'm going to take this guy, put it up there, and then while I have the camera off, I'm going to go ahead and also attach the wheels, and then done. All I have to do is take it to school, make sure my hula hoops fit in it. Complete. And it fits. It fits great. I can't wait to see it with all the hula hoops in it. Hopefully I can get it in my truck tomorrow, or car, something. I might have to take it apart to transport it. I know it fit in the truck, but. So all these guys fit. Now my opening in the top is only 34 inches across. So if you're gonna use your 36, and you wanna do the same route with 36-inch size hula hoops, you're gonna need to come out probably 2 more inches in order to probably make up enough room and space to be able to put that in there. So there you go. There's my hula hoop holder. I will put in the comments for sure, or maybe on Twitter, I will shoot out some pictures of what it looks like with all the hula hoops in it and send it out to everybody. And hopefully you found this useful. I know I appreciated having insight of my brother-in-law and I to talk it over. I hope Xander's going to come fix my hula hoop there, but he's going to hula hoop it. All right, so that being said, I want to say, like I said, I only spent about $55 or so, but that was because the wheels were gifted to me. The wheels will cost you a little bit more on top of everything else that you have to use to build this.